Hello, how are you? I'm sorry. I got caught up in a meeting and I came rushing out into the car. So I'm here now. How is everyone? And I was trying to set up this thing in the car too because I'm not using my car. But that's a long story. So I hope everyone is doing well today. You may hear the train in the back. So don't mind that. Let me see. Let me just wait for one or two people to get on. And let me know if you guys can see me, please. Okay, we have one viewer, two viewers. Hi, Amelia. Four. Hi, Jasmine. Okay, I'm gonna wait 2 more minutes. Hey, we see you. Thank you. Hi, Eunice. Hi, Merlin. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I got caught up in a meeting last minute, so came rushing out into the car. Hi, Maria. Hi. You may hear a little background noise. Hey, Corey. You may hear a little background noise. Hi. I'm inside my car, and I have the LI. Hey. I have the LIRR right next to me, so nice to meet you too, Mama. Hey, Emily, how are you? Congrats, Emily. Hi. All right. Okay, so we have enough viewers now. All right, so my topic today is breaking limited beliefs. We've had such a great start to this group. I'm really excited about this group. Hey, Katie. I'm really excited about this group, and I'm really honored that I was asked to speak in this group as well. Mickey, I love how she started this, the whole story and everything, because it's all going to connect. Julissa as well, and Bonnie's. And I hope that you guys, hi Yvette, I hope that you guys saw yesterday's video as well, and that you guys have picked up the 12-week book as well, because it is part of the whole Get It Cut. Hey, Marlon. So, breaking limited beliefs. I'm going to tell you today on Facebook, on this day, right? You have to love that whole on this day thing now. I came across today, 2013, I actually have posted a picture, which I'm going to share on my wall later on. I posted a picture, and it was one of my pictures, and I was at Fit Club, a Team Eagle Fit Club in New Jersey. And if you guys are not connected to Fit Clubs, and if you guys are not connected to any of the events of Team Eagle, please do so, because, hey, it's the best way to connect with everyone. It's the best way to know exactly for you if this is what you want, okay? So for me, that's what set it off for me. My upline is Saudi Almonte, and she found me through Facebook. When she found me, I was broken. I just was defeated. Everything, the strong woman that I used to be, was no more, basically, when she found me. And I was over 200 pounds. I was looking to lose weight, but I was not too sure about, whether I wanted to join Beachbody yet or what I wanted to do. However, back in 2013, I remember, I've been with the company since 2012, but in 2013, there was a Fit Club that I went to in New Jersey. And I took this picture, and it was actually Les Mills, I think it was, a Les Mills program that we did that night, cardio. And the picture that I took, I remember the heading, it talked about commitment. It talked about commitment to myself. It talked about commitment to my team. And it talked about commitment to what I'm doing, what I committed to. And that made me start thinking about limiting beliefs, because when you make a decision, you have to take action. Okay, when you decide that you want to do something, all right, you have to take action. You cannot just decide and say, I'm going to stay there. Okay, no. Then comes the commitment part. You guys committed. You guys committed when you bought that challenge pack. You guys committed that you wanted to lose weight. And most of the time, ladies and guys, I'm not sure if there's guys in here, when you come into this, you do not come in because you want to lose weight alone. You come in because there's a whole array of other things that you're going through at the moment. That is the reason why you're where you are. So when you start peeling off the layers, just like I had to do, actions create habits. That's right, Melissa. How are you, Mama? You know, when you're peeling off those layers, and when you're taking that commitment seriously, and you're working on yourself, you're doing your workouts, you're doing your personal development. And I'm not going to go into all of that because I know we're going to have other guests talking about it. But when you're peeling off those layers, that's when you're going to be able to let go of those limiting beliefs. That's when you're going to have a breakthrough. But when you come into what you came into and you're not doing what you committed to, okay, how are you expected to let go of every self-doubt, every fear of actually doing something for yourself, fear of success? You see other people in your network doing what you're doing, and they're going where you wish you were. But have you asked yourself, why not you? Why not you? This is not a private club. This is not saying, you know what, it's only this person, that person, this person. No. You, everyone in here can do it if you want to. But you know what happens is that we, because, and I'm going to say me too, because we do not take the responsibility, the ownership. We do not become accountable to us. And because we're not accountable to us, we're not holding ourselves accountable. We want someone to hold our hand. No, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. We have to hold ourselves accountable. We have to make a decision that we are going to take action, that we are going to stop and let go of everything that's holding us back. How do you do that? Me personally, I'll tell you what I do in the morning. I do not hit Facebook first thing in the morning. I will tell you that straight up. All right? If you haven't noticed, my posts do not go up until hours later in the morning. The first thing I do, me personally, I pray. Because the last thing that I want in my head is gossip. I do not want to hear this person, that person. I don't want to hear or see it. I pray. Okay? Then from there, I get up and I start my day. That's how I start my day. Now, another thing that you can do is work out. If you're a person that's a little, I'm not going to say negative, it's just that you just have not gotten there yet, do your workouts in the morning. And I'll tell you why. When you work out in the morning, it gives you not only that burst of energy, it just gives you that rush for the morning. And you are just going to feel so much better. And you know what? Start putting yourself along with other positive people. You know, if there's someone in your family, because you're always going to have the naysayers, you're always going to have the people that are going to be like, no, you can't do it. No, you won't amount to anything. I had my dad for years. I left my home at 16. My dad for years told me, you're not going to amount to anything. That was my drive. He was my drive for many years. Because when he told me, you're not going to amount to anything, because I left home, because I couldn't stand him beating my mother, I made sure to prove him wrong. So, yes, Tracy, that's why I said we can relate. So, you have to decide what your why is. So when Mickey was talking about her why, and when she was talking about story, yes, you need to know your story. Because when you know your story, when you know where you're going, there is no way in heavens that you are going to stay stuck in that mindset that I can't do it. Because you're going to be so focused on where you're going, that it's not going to matter what anyone is saying, what anyone is doing. And that's another thing. I make sure to surround myself, when I'm feeling a certain way, I surround myself with someone who is going to uplift me, not the other way around. So, if you know your why, many of you have not written your story. And because you have not written your story, or you don't want to face what you've gone through, is the reason why you're still where you are. In your story, there's that breakthrough. In your story is what's going to release you from that chain that's holding you back. But if you do not, okay, if you do not come and just face, you know, that thing that you're trying not to face in your life, because we all have it. We all have that one thing that we don't want to face in our past. But that's our breakthrough. That's what's going to release you. And don't be ashamed of it. You know why? Because there are other people out there who need you. Who need you. They need to hear that same thing that you're trying to hide. For many years, I'll tell you, when I had to share anything about what happened in my past, it was the most difficult thing for me. But at the same time, it released me. It released me. It wasn't easy for me having family on Facebook to share what my father had done and was doing for many years. But by doing so, and of course, I didn't do it vulgarly, because I'm not going to do that. But, you know, I did it the best way that I could to get my message across. And now, because of that, I have women under me who can relate to my message, who I have been able to help, who have come from domestic, who either are going through or have come through because of domestic abuse. So you have a choice. Are you going to continue letting fear stop you from the amazing gift that God has planted? Because all of you have different gifts. And I see them. I see it all across. All of you. But are you going to continue just hiding behind what you don't want to face? That's awesome, Yvette. That's awesome. Are you going to continue? In your breakthrough, you want to be released from the chains that are holding you back? I'm going to tell you something. What really gets to me, and it's gotten to me too because of me too. You know, we have this amazing gift that we've been given. You're not here by coincidence, guys. Look back at your struggles. Think about what you're struggling right now with. And let me know if most of that has not been things that you could have avoided. In other words, because of you and how your limited beliefs are, you are holding yourself back from the life that you can be having. The God-given right that you have. Tell me. Yes, Saudi, exactly. Hi, Eunice, yes. So you know what? This right here, I know that for me, it's a gift. I don't need God to tell me, you know what, here it is in this little pretty package for you. No. Not everything that God gives you is going to be in a little pretty package. You're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to work for it. But you know what? What have you gotten out of this? You've lost weight. You're improving yourself mentally, physically, emotionally. Right? You're connecting with other like-minded people. You have the support of a team and a great upline. So all of that right there is the reason why, me personally, I know that I'm going to give it 110%. That I'm not going to let my business can crumble down. And my business has crumbled down. It's crumbled down, crumbled. But you know what? I don't sit there and sulk. I don't. What do? I get back up and I'm like, you know what? I need to continue doing what I'm doing, recruiting. I need to bring in more people. I need to bring in more women that are going to share my same vision. Yes, Melissa. Both of us are. And many of us are. And that's fine. Exactly. Looking for those who have our passion. And that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm focusing. But do you think that I'm going to let that crumble? No. You know why? Because I prayed for something like this. Now, I have to stay committed to it. Okay? I have to stay committed to it. You have to stay committed to it because you asked for something. And you got it. It may not have been in the pretty little package, but you got it. Now go for it. Run. I mean, like run like crazy. Me, like I had all of this and I didn't even go through this, but that's okay. All I can say, guys, is that if you are driving this with heart, if you continue to do everything in your power to build relationships, because that's what you need to do. You need to build relationships. Okay? At the same moment that you're building those relationships, of course you're gonna hit Success Club, right? But you guys can do it. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let one failure stop you. There's no reason for that. I have failed many times on my face. Fall, everything on my face. And you know what? I'm still here. And I'm blessed because I have met the most amazing women. I wouldn't change that for the world. But I continue. I'm not going to complain about it. Exactly. God will never give us more than we can handle. It's the truth. So what I want to do is leave you with something. Two things, actually. Giving is better than receiving, since giving starts with the receiving process. In saying that, the more that you give of yourself, the more, thank you, the more that you give of yourself, okay, the more that you share your story, share your struggles, the more you're giving out, you're going to receive back, believe you me. Because you know what? The other day I posted one of my transformations. I posted I always try to post a different side of my story. And this girl said, and she just friend requested me today on Facebook, and she told me, she goes, I want to be a part of whatever you're doing. And you know what? For me, that means everything, because it's someone that connected with me. So the more that you give out of you, that you give value, that you share your story, that you share your struggles, that you stop letting whatever it is that is holding you back, you're going to see a difference. You're going to see a difference in you. And personal development for me has been key. But I'm not going to get into that right now. But it has. Ask how you can use the struggle to help others. Bam. It's true. Okay? And the second thing is this. And the reason why I'm telling you to lead with heart. Because we always say it, right? But I'm going to share a little something quickly. So like that I can go home. But I really don't share this because it's an area for me that's very difficult to think about, actually. So a lot of you, I talk about my grandmother very, very rarely. But my grandmother did live with us for a couple of years. And when my grandmother, and I was the consentida, the favorite, you know. When my grandmother was dying, she had me fly to Ecuador. That's where my family's from. I didn't want to go because I heard the state that she was in. My father had told me already, even though my father and I were not speaking for like a year and a half back then. I was 18 when she passed away. And I really did not want to fly out there to see her like that. My mother finally convinced me. I went. When I got to the hospital, I saw the shape that she was in, and I did not want to get next to the bed. But she went and she told my mother that she wanted me next to her. So I went. And when I went over, my grandmother was one of the strongest women I've ever known. My mother's a strong person, but when I saw a lot of the things that she went through, having my grandmother live with us was the best thing, because it gave me that woman figure that I needed to see strength, and that was my grandmother. So my grandmother is dying in the bed, and she was bleeding, like hemorrhaging basically. And all she can think about was, Crucita, because that's what she used to call me. Crucita, I am so sorry that you went through what you went through. I do not want you to stop loving. I want you to keep loving people. I want you not to be bitter. And at that moment, I realized something. And it's the reason why I'm the way I am. At that moment, I realized that you can be going through hell and back. But if you have a love for people, it doesn't matter. You will still show love, no matter what. So when I've had a lot of my teammates here and my own family, when they know that I'm going through something, they tell me, Cruz, can I talk to you about something? You know, blah, blah. Oh, no, forget it. No. To me, it's like, nah, it's not, no, forget it. Come, talk to me. And I take that from my grandmother. I learned that from her, because in her dying bed, she showed me that you have to have a love for people. You have to have a heart, because that makes a difference to someone. That made a difference to me in a time that I was very cold. I was kind of heartless too. So show heart. Show heart. Show your struggles. Don't be ashamed of them, because they were given to you. They're your story only for you to share with someone who's going to identify with it. And yes, love, it will set you free. It did. All right, guys. So if you have any questions, talk to me. I hope that this has helped. Hi, Unides. Yes, Unides. I hope this has helped someone. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Emily. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. So any questions? I'm going to see if I drive home. I have like a 2-hour drive. So thank you. Thank you, Amelia. And I will get back on later to look and see if there's any questions, okay? And Melissa, yes, we are having a meeting tonight, 9 o'clock. I love you too. Big hug to you too. All right, guys. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.